And we're live.
Cool.
Cool.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Just got to work out what I'm fucking doing.
Turned it into a drum machine.
Anyway, how's things with you, mate? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, usuals.
Pretty much the same here, mate.
So I was looking at the over the weekend. I was looking at the paintwork on the Mustang.
Right. Oh.
You know what a dry riverbed looks like?
Yeah.
All over the car.
What, crazed?
Yeah.
Oh, bollocks. What? Was it just old paint or what?
It was apparently a recent spray job, but I reckon they've used some really, really shit paint.
Yeah.
And I got, great, that's all I need. So with a combination of the hot weather last year and everything else, I've got crazy painting all over the roof, down the wings and everything.
Fuck.
And the paint's starting to separate from each other, creating little channels.
Oh, shit.
So it looks crazy paste, basically, right?
Yeah.
So I said to Fiona, I said, we can't spray it. Well, one, I can't spray it here. And plus, all the old paint will have to come off first.
Yeah.
Boot. Because I don't know what the fucking hell they've used on it. I assume what they've done, they might have used 2-pack and then didn't oven dry it.
Right.
Or, it's probably more likely, they've used some sort of primer that has been inferior in some way.
Yeah.
And undermined the 2-pack. So it doesn't look like cellulose. It's not thick enough to be cellulose. So I think it's 2-pack or some derivative of that.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it and I'm going, fucking hell. And then I thought, what about wrapping it? I mean, I still have to prepare the paint, but it's something I can do in the driveway.
Yeah.
So they gave a list of cars that you can 2-pack, that you can wrap. And there's Mustang Mark 1 under the can't wrap. And it's not that the car won't accept the wrap, it's the design of the car.
Right.
Roof, rear pillar and wing is all one thing, right? And they don't make wrap that wide.
So there's no seams that they can cut it and press it into.
The seams would stand out a mile.
Yeah.
Right. So Fiona's saying to me, she goes, yeah, so you couldn't do it then. I went, but I have seen muzzies wrapped. I know I have. And she's going, yeah, but they're done by professionals. But I've seen them wrapped. And I'm thinking about it. And I go, I'm going to see if I can find pictures of these wrapped muzzies. So I go on a hunt and I find 4. Various colours and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at these 4 muzzies and I've gone, yeah, I know what they've done to get around it. So what they've done is, because you can't have a seam, because the weather can get into the seam, no matter how good the seam is.
Yeah.
It can look absolutely invisible, but after a while, hello. All right. And I got, do you know what they've done, don't you? racing stripes.
Yeah.
So you have your two. Where's mine?
She going to sleep.
Oh, bless her. So where they meet, you then have like a go poster.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I go, I like that design even more. Anyway, so I said to Fiona, right, here's the iPad. Go pick a colour. Because I'm looking at the colours, right, and I'm going, well, they're all fucking lovely. There's this deep, sort of like metallic metal red that's like,
Yeah.
and all this sort of thing. And then I was looking at some of the matte ones. I go, actually, some of the matte ones are pretty sexy. And then they had some of their newer range, and I'm looking at the new range, and it's like, what? You can do this. You can do this to your car, right? You have this wrap, and it looks grey, but at night it glows. It's fucking iridescent at night, right? And I'm going,
Fucking Ghostbusters car.
yeah, but that is like, you know, putting flowers on the end of your cock ring. That's pushing it. You know what I mean? So, I'll go, no, that's too much, right? So I thought, all right. I think, all right, Phoebo, you pick the colour and the finish you want, right? And she's going, okay. And I must admit, I'm standing here and I'm working on this piece of shite, and I'm going, I hope she doesn't go for a high gloss one, because high gloss will kind of show things up a bit, if you know what I mean. And anyway, so she comes down, she goes, pick one. I said, are you sure? She went, yeah. Okay. So she shows me this wrap, and it's a matte stroke silk. Deep, deep purple. Right? And I go, do you know what? That's the same kind of purple I've seen a lot of the Camaro SS.
Yeah.
Purple. I said, yeah. Okay. And I said to her, I said, but I've got to put stripes on it because of, and I want to do it like 2 stripes right down the back, right? And she went, oh, you have? I said, yeah. I said, because it helps cover the cracks. And she goes, oh, good, because there's this other wrap that I absolutely adore. You could do the stripes in this. And I went, okay, what is it? And it's sort of like this cream white.
Okay.
And you go, right, so you got like a colour matcher, you can put the 2 colours together. And you got this cream white with this deep metallic purple matte. And it was like,
Nice.
spot on, girl. Spot on.
Excellent.
But she thinks I can't wrap it. She goes, you won't be able to wrap it because of dog ears, dust, and whatever, right? Okay. Yeah, I think I can combat that. And she goes, no, I can't. Okay, no, I think I can. And I was telling Ty about it yesterday, and he said, yeah, but you won't be able to wrap it though, will you? I went, why? He said, well, dog hair and stuff. I said, no, I'll be able to do it. Fuck off. I'll be able to do it. Okay, no, it's going to be, fuck off. And it's one of these things where people go, no, you can't do that. They go, oh, really?
Oh God, that's Haley. Fucking hell, you tell her she can't
the
do
worst
something.
thing you can say to me is, oh no, you
Yeah.
won't be able to do that. And go, right, okay.
Yeah, that's yeah. I come up against that one regularly.
Right. So she goes, yeah, but there's so many parts to do, and it's all intricate. And blah, blah. I said, no. Think about it. The bonnet, both wings, both doors, boot lid, sill panels, front undersill and front panel, slam panel, the rear undersill, right? All of that are bolts. And it's coming into the garden and it'll get done in here.
Yeah.
Right? And she went, oh. I said, then when it comes to doing what will be left to do is literally the roof, rear wings. Admittedly, that's a lot of the car, but it's pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah.
I said, so that's what I'd have to do in one hit. I said, so what I do, I said, we may have to buy it. And if we have to buy it, then we have to buy it. But then what I would do is I would do it in the driveway. I would turn the car around and bring it in. So the two porches protect most of it. And then the front half and top half of the car, I'll put a fucking tent on it.
Yeah. No.
To do those big areas. I said, but it means prep. I still have to prep the car. I have to, because where the roof meets the rear pillar of the rear wing on that curve, somebody's put like a lot of body filler in there,
Right.
and it's all split, and it's pulling up where the moisture's got in.
Yeah.
And looking at it, I'm going, okay, I need to see why that split. So I've got a little screwdriver and I pulled away some of the body filler to see what's going on. And they haven't welded the roof to the rear pillar of the wing enough. And there's flex.
Yeah.
Right? So that's cool, because the headline is coming out. And I put in a plate on the inside and weld a plate on the inside, right, to give that rigidity. And I'll do it both sides.
Hmm.
And then that won't happen again. And then do it in such a way where I don't have to put a hell of a lot of, because the body filler in it was quite deep. Do you know what I mean? Because what they've done is they did the welds on the outside, not on the inside. Oh, shut up. Thank you. The welds on the outside rather than the inside, and then they've gone over it with the grinder. It's not a great finish, so they've hammered it inwards and then body fillered over it.
All right.
So it was a right old cowboy job done on it. And so I thought, right, we'll just pull this shit straight, make it look all pretty. I've already got it running like a dream. I was toying with the idea of putting some big balls on it, though.
Go on.
Well, it already makes a lot of noise, so fuck it, might as well go all out.
True.
And make it sound like two RA minis coming out of the fucking back. Big ball. Big fuck off, sort of like
4-inch.
You balls.
4-inch jobs.
Yeah, so when it starts, every cunt in Surrey knows I've started.
Basically, just strap a couple of fucking bins to the back of it and have done with it. Yeah.
But then, stop. No more. Because I'm looking, I'm going, well, we could put a supercharger on this. So if I cut a hole in the bonnet, put a supercharger on it, put a bug catcher on, I go, all that fucking business, right? And I go, no, stop, Ken. Enough. Let somebody else do that if they want
to. Speaking of Mr. Unwin, how is he? He's all right. Good. Busy?
Yeah.
I would have thought he would have had his fucking feet up after what he's just been through.
He did that for a week, and then it was to get on with all the stuff he couldn't get fucking done because he was working so bleeding hard.
Yeah.
Including sorting all Dom's gear out. He's still got some of that left to sort out.
Yeah.
And trust me, there's a lot of it.
Still?
Yeah, still.
He's got to put a list up, and he really
Well, he's done a lot of it sort of in-house at the moment anyway, so he knows plenty of people, doesn't he? So
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
go with the flow, as it were. But I don't know, mate. Jesus Christ. I don't know. So what I'm waiting for now is to get this fucking lot out of the way, so I can go and get this muzzy done. Oh, mate.
I'm hoping to get all this gear back to the school today. All this fucking music stuff they've had me testing.
Is it all working?
No, there's bits of it that do and other bits that don't. I'm currently working my way for a 32 channel fucking Behringer mixer, and the first channel's dead. Nothing. And it's just like, there's no input, there's no output, nothing. So I've just fucking, I got onto it the other night and just thought, nah, bollocks. I've tested everything else, and there's a few dead mics, and there's wireless microphones without receivers and receivers without the matching microphones, and it's just fuck. There's a 30-year-old Marshall amplifier that needs restoration because it works, but it's shit. There's a lovely the Squire Strat needs some work because it just needs a tidy up, and a few things doing up. The Yamaha bass is lovely. That sounds really nice. I think Keith in Watford was talking about putting an offer in on that one, which I need to ask him about actually, as to what he'd sort of put forward for it, because they know he's interested.
Yeah.
And other than that, not a lot really. 2 out of the 3 mixers fully work, so just get all back to the school today and say, there you go, get it sold.
Yeah.
And I can get my fucking flat back because there's literally no room. So yeah, it's been interesting, a little bit of fun, something to do.
Yeah. Bloody hell. I don't know. Well, I must admit, I found one thing on this anyway.
Go on.
At the last minute last night. There's a wire broken in the loom somewhere.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Oh no! All I do is I'll run a new wire through it because it's a waste of time trying to find where the break is. Waste of time.
Do you know what wire it is?
Well, according to schematics, I know where it goes in, I know where it comes out, kind of thing.
So you
So
just
run a
fucking
new one. I'll
yeah.
run a new one along the trunk. And
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering whether it's the only one. And it's one of the really, really, really thin. It's very, very thin wires. So you've got the big, like the power cable ones, the plus and minus 15s, and the earth are quite a thick cable, which run right through the whole loom. And then the other wires are so small, so tiny. You can go, dink, and just break them, you know. And they're nearly 60 years old now, so
It's getting on that way, isn't it? Was it 70?
well, it makes sense. I mean, it's like me, isn't it? I'm pretty thin and break easy. So
yeah, I'm the other end of the scale, mate. I'm fairly chunky and I'm still fucking broke.
yeah, it don't really make much difference, does it?
Mm-mm. Rob and Peter will be on the flight now, won't they?
Yeah. I've seen a few planes heading out towards Germany anyway. This morning.
Did you take aim?
Go to Super Booth without me, huh?
Bless them. That'd be good to see what they come back with, or spot out there.
I think they finally decided that they've announced that new Moog.
Oh right, was that known about and on the quiet? Was it?
The other thing that was known about was the Schmidt, new Schmidt.
There's this new Schmidt coming because I saw about the PPG.
Yeah.
And the Moog, and that's all I've spotted so far.
Yeah, it was good to see Wolfgang Palm with it.
Yeah.
There was a new UHE plug-in. I don't know. It's not Zebra. I think we'll all be blue in the face before Zebra. Was it Zebra 3 comes out?
Zebra 3. Yeah, it's a fucking Ford Gran Torino with a big stripe down the side.
So,
Maybe there's copyright issues on the name.
there might be, yeah, there might. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I must admit, the Moog Messenger looks quite interesting, actually.
Yeah, again, Moog is not something I'm ever going to be able to afford, so I just have to walk away from.
No, apparently this is going to be quite competitive. Yeah.
Do we know what the specs of it are, or
Think multi-Moog with tits.
Radio. What?
You came in right on the wrong end of that, didn't you?
I think I came in on the right end of it.
And now introducing multi-Moog with tits, and boop,
Lube me up.
which is quite a compliment if you think about it.
Are we talking about the new Messenger?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a nice looking thing.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Well, I saw a couple of photos of the new Schmidt, and
The
it
new
was
Schmidt.
screaming
I haven't
Waldorf.
seen that.
It was screaming Waldorf wave at me because the whole panel sits up.
Ooh. Well, that's a good thing. That
Like the Waldorf wave, but finished.
But working, yeah. Anything that has a thing that lifts up is a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Panel that lifts up is a good thing.
Yeah, unless it's on a 5-tier stand.
Yeah.
Or in front of your monitor. I can't see my monitor now.
Yeah, well, with respect, your fucking monitor, it kind of negates that, doesn't it?
Well, it's
because you haven't got to look left or right, and you can still have a full screen on it.
The big one's up here. It's up high. Anyway, I've got the Slate Raven in front of that.
Of course you have, yeah.
At an angle. Oh, that reminds me. I must get that sorted out.
That would work.
Yeah. Dear Isla, I've lost it. Not broken it, lost it.
Lost it, right.
Yeah. If you lost it, they give you temporary licenses saying within an hour. You say you lost it, if you say you've broken it or it's broken, you have to send it to California for them to look at it and make sure that it is broken. If we plug it in, it don't fucking show up. It's broken.
Yeah, that's broken. Yeah, the glass is gone. It's on fire.
Yeah.
It's got cat poo on it.
I accidentally backed my Buick over it.
Talking of broken, I've got a few things to bring over to you at some point, Ken. I handed my keys over for the studios yesterday.
Did you? End of an era?
End of an era, but beginning of a new one. I still have access, and I've just started. I've got a rack I'm putting together for in here, so I'm going to rearrange all of this. My table that I've got the computer on it's an old 1950s Her Majesty's Customs cutter table, and it was built. It's a naval table, so it has sides that lift up and lock in place so that things can't fall off the edge in heavy seas, that kind of stuff. So it's an antique. It's a really, well, not an antique, it's vintage. It's a lovely thing. But we don't do, it was bought as a dining table, but we don't do that. So I'm thinking I get myself a proper work bench thingy with keyboard pull-out so I can put this on that down here. And I bring the rack in, and what I'm going to have in the rack, it's got a light, which is nice, switch on, power. I'm going to have the emulator, the E4 Ultra Platinum, because that's a beast. I'm going to have the Virtuoso 2000 orchestral thing, because that's also a beast. I'm going to probably have the DS Tech OS1, original Syn 1 analog synth in there as well. Then there's some other bits and pieces. There are some other bits and pieces to go in there. Oh, I might actually put my 1820 Focusrite in there as well, and possibly a MIDI patch bay, because that way I can have it all under here, connected all through, and I can do away with all of this stuff that I've got here, the smaller Focusrite, and I might even have a mixing desk on it. I've got these mix panels over here, these things sort of here, which is a bunch of Samson 16 channel and 24 channel rack mount mixers, which are old and whatever, but I might mount one of those, so I can do all the mixing and everything else from there, and then do all of the microphone stuff in the 1820, and that should leave this a lot cleaner and simpler. I don't know that's some fucker's just come in, just showing us his hand. What a tosser!
Not me. Who's that?
What a tosser! Why doesn't he get some lube for this?
He's very rude,
thing?
whoever it is.
Whoever it is. What a wanker!
What a wag!
Yeah. What a wanker! So it's exciting times.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be selling a load of kit. I've got computers to sell, and I've got audio stuff to sell. I've got I'm gonna probably bring the Rode NT2 with the PSU, the sort of valvey one. I'm going to probably bring that in to take place of this.
Oh, okay.
And then
very high end.
Yeah, then I've got some lovely lights, some very expensive lighting that I can stick in here as well.
Okay.
And then I've got a bazillion stands and stuff, and
Oh.
bits of electronica for video or for audio that people may want. I might sell one of these. I'm going to keep one, but I might sell one of these. And I'm probably going to sell the Phantom 7. Hang on. It's not doing it, so let me do this. So I've got an original Phantom 7.
Right.
Which is all right. It's a decent keyboard. But I'm not that... There we go. Preset 1. Boom. Phantom X7.
Nice.
And I've got a strings expansion card for that as well.
Oh, nice.
And I've got the Emu keyboard over there. Oh, I love that. I love the sounds on it. The keyboard's fucked.
That would explain all the dust on it.
It would. It's something which I meant to bring down. Norman Leet used to take care of the keyboard on that.
Yeah.
But he's just so busy doing other things. So what I might do is bring it down with a couple of other things and say, fix the keyboard, Kent.
Oh, okay.
Fix the keyboard, Kent.
Fix your keyboard? Talking us. You're talking all the back, you are.
And I've got to go and grab the network attached storage for you, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And then I've got to find a mini Moog somewhere. Mini Moog. That's what I'm after.
A mini Moog.
A mini Moog.
A mini Moog, sir.
I want to find a mini Moog.
You'll probably find one at RL Music.
Yeah, but at the price. Yeah, I'd rather find a way to do a deal with something I have.
Right.
Cash either way or something, if I can. So we'll see. We'll see. But
Steve the bastard's got one or two, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. He has, bless him. He's arrived home now.
Is he back, is he?
Yeah, he arrived home yesterday afternoon.
That was a long bloody flight.
It was.
Or was there a stay over at Hong Kong or something like that?
I think there was a short stay over at Dubai, but he left 2:00 on Monday, and he arrived whatever time it was yesterday afternoon. Early afternoon yesterday. So it was about a 24-hour flight with a stopover. So it was pretty good, really. And his missus Enza is just gorgeous. Absolutely good. What's happening? Oh, look at that! You went all still there for a minute. Oh. No, his wife Enza is just gorge. I love her. So it was a real goodie. And the news keeps coming, doesn't it?
Have a word, look.
Berlin bound, baby. Yeah.
You guys all right?
Waiting for my ticket.
Yeah.
Very.
We did say be on the plane by now, didn't we?
You can't talk. Well, if you're going on holiday, which you are because you're on an airplane, then you have to bring us all back sticks of rock and a Kiss Me Quick hat. What do you mean, no? Have you got a ticket to say you can go on holiday? All right, that's okay then.
I'm just waiting for him to do that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. You're Captain speaking. My name is Müller. I would like to welcome you on board of this.
Yeah, turn your fucking phone off. I've got some stuff to say.
You don't get Kiss Me Quick rock out there. You get Stand Against the Wall.
Listen, if you go on holiday,
You will do as you're told.
yeah, if you go on
I
holiday,
was just following orders, Rock.
Why can't we get Sticks of Rock out here? You don't ask the questions, we do.
You will tell us what we need to know.
Oh dear.
yes. Yes, there we go. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a good one. There's a lot. There's more being announced. It's sort of creeping in under the radar. A lot of these new announcements, aren't there?
Yeah.
So there seems
There's
to
lots
be
of
an awful
different
lot.
plugins coming out. There's a string one, but it's a very, very specific library. It's not for everyone. But I was listening to it going, ooh.
Go on.
I think it was, I'm trying to remember the name of the company that does it. With help.
Crow Hill?
No.
Spitfire? Messerschmitt?
No.
Fucker. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you that.
Bollocks. It's not Blue Cat. Fuck it. I'll have to look it up again.
Yeah, you do that, Kent. What
That was a Douglas Bader thing, wasn't it? He was in a girls' school, talking about some of his exploits and saying, yes, we were up there and this fucker was flying and, dogfight and blah, 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 blah. And the headmistress stood up and said, just to say, girls, that a Fokker is a type of aircraft. He said, yeah, I would normally agree with you. He said, but that was a Messerschmitt flying behind me. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Yeah.
It's like the, what was it? All these at a girls' school, and they're all sitting down in the gym, and another bunch of girls, and they're throwing tennis balls at each other, and some of them were coming over and hitting all these girls who were being shown how to do gymnastics, and the teacher goes, "Listen, girls, just ignore the balls like that," and a little hand goes up at the back, and she goes, "My sister says, oh, never ignore the balls."
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah. So why haven't you fixed that fucking keyboard yet, you?
Because there's a piece of fucking shit that's had at least 3 techs at it who didn't know what the fuck they were doing. And a broken wire.
That's no way to talk about yourself, Kent, honestly.
I know. Lily Bum!
Is that a CS maybe?
It's a CS wish it was.
A CS possibly.
Yeah, it's a CSA.
Is it a quanting shite?
It is a bucket of shite, that's true. Man.
Quanting shite.
So, I've lost my pitch control now, so it's like, the more I try to fix it, the worse it bloody gets.
I don't know, you leant forward there, that was quite some pitch. You probably 45 degrees you're at now. Kent.
Oh, God, no.
Take some Viagra, you get some real pitch on it.
Yeah.
Oh, dear, steady.
Yeah.
Right.
I tried some on Friday night after the show, and it didn't work. So I took another. That didn't work. So I took another 2. And when I ran upstairs to do the missus some favours, I pole vaulted out the window. It was very embarrassing.
I would have thought you just gone up the next step, wouldn't you?
I had to go to the docks the next day because it wouldn't go down. He wouldn't go down at all. And he said, let's have a look. So I got it out, and he said, oh, blimey, there's only one thing for that. You're going to have to bang it against something like dustbin lids. Just bang it against dustbins. And that will eventually break it. I went, really? He said, yeah. So I went out. Sorry, have you heard this?
Go on.
Oh, well, I haven't been round your way yet.
Twat.
Do you remember
Yeah.
a character that they had on what was that pair called?
Cactus?
No.
Prickly?
Pair of comedians. One of them went on to do Pointless.
Oh,
Cannonball?
Armstrong and
Armstrong Miller.
yeah.
And they,
Yeah.
one of the characters that they did is where
Blighty?
Armstrong played a inappropriate dentist. Do you remember that one?
No,
No.
I've never watched it.
Did you not? Oh,
No.
Oh, you
Well, anyway,
missed out, mate.
He's
You've
got Miller
missed
in the
out.
chair. He's got his head back, and he's got the little mirror and everything like that. And he's looking around. He goes, said, so did you go anywhere nice on your holidays? And you know, oh. He says, no. He says, oh, I went to Germany. He said at one of the dental conferences. I got chatting to a really attractive woman there. He keeps going, keeps looking around. He said, oh, yes. He said, yeah, she was very nice. We got on very well. We had drinks and talked. And then she invited me back to her hotel room. And, you know, things got on pretty well, he says. So, you know, he said, we started fondling a little, you know, like that. And he's still going, he's both going, oh. He goes, yeah, things got very, very heated. And then she asked me, she said, now what I'd really love to do, she goes, you see that coffee table over there, that glass coffee table? Yeah, you know, can you go under the coffee table? Like that. He says, he's going, he said, does that hurt there? No? Okay. And he carries on. And he said, so of course she was up for it. So I thought, why not? So I got down on the floor. He said, crawled under the coffee table, and she squatted over me. And she must have had a really heavy lunch. And she goes, and really sort of like let go in quite an energetic way. He said, you know, I mean, most people would find it hard to swallow. He said, well, it was the second hardest thing to swallow. Apparently, she'd removed the glass. And both they go, oh. So, of course, every time he starts telling a story that's like, you shouldn't be telling anybody outside a very, very, very close circle of friends type of thing to whoever comes in to have their teeth done. It's fucking hilarious. I must admit, I only ever caught one or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, through a glassless coffee table?
Yeah. Well, it started at the same time. It went fucking everywhere.
Oh dear.
There's nothing compared. I'm talking about not saying it. Fiona had a bowl of Rice Krispies. She had a lot of milk with it, and she is very lactose intolerant. And the following morning, I had to keep coming through the hall to go to the Mustang, and she was on the shitter. Holy fuck, mate! It was awful.
It is nasty, isn't it?
Yeah. I said, look, I'm going to close the front door because I think that's going to take even more paint off.
The Mustang.
Oh, God, it was awful. I said, look, if you're lactose intolerant, what the fucking hell were you doing drinking half a pint of milk?
I've got to shut the door, darling, because the M25 has been shut due to a chemical spill incident. They're still trying to track down the source.
Oh, you're lifting the stone tiles off the floor.
Yeah, you've shut the M25 because a fucking cloud's gone over it and nobody can see where they're going.
Boys and smuttiness.
Fucking right.
God.
So Steve, the bastard, has said he'd come on the show on Friday if we wanted him.
Hey,
What do you think?
why not?
You got
I
Brooksy
know
on.
we've got Andy Brooks. We've got Andy Brooks,
Oh, cool.
but we could also have Steve the bastard. That would be kind of an interesting one. But we can talk about that later. But yeah, be a good thing. Juice.
Oh, inhibited going on about my old man was a dentist. His surgery was a psychedelic experience. He used to project 60 style all over lamp patterns on the ceiling. Christ, can you imagine coming out from an anaesthetic looking up at that and go, oh,
I had a dentist when I was in the music industry. This was in late 80s or mid 80s. I had a girlfriend who knew a dentist based over in Golders Green somewhere, and she said, "You must go and see David. He's a lovely man. He's a lovely, lovely man." Oh, well, I'll go and see David. And I got in there, and he said, "You're in the music industry." I went, "Yeah." He said, "Right, fine. Let's just have a look." He said, "Right, I'm just going to. I can see this tooth here." He said, "That one's doing nothing. So what we're going to do is we're going to tear out that one, which is a bit rotten, and we're going to pull out the one behind it, and we're going to transplant it, and it will work. It'll be fine. I'll." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Transplant a tooth?" He said, "Yeah, we'll do all of that." And he said, "And would you like?" Yeah, my wife is taking it hard. Yeah. Mine got stolen. The police are looking for a bunch of hardened criminals. So, so this is serious. So we finished this thing. I'm going, "What the fuck? Who would transplant? I've never heard of anything like it." And he said, "Right, we're done now." He said, "Would you like a bag?" And I went, "What? What for my other tooth?" He went, No. And he went out of the room, came back, and he had this huge black plastic bag just blown up, like full. But I thought, what's? And he said like this. He'd filled it with NO2 with nitrous oxide. And I thought, okay, like a mug. And so I did, and we ended up doing this whole bag of nitrous oxide. Got absolutely off our tits. And it was only afterwards, being a sort of bit of a numpty, I thought, oh right, that's why he tried to transplant the tooth. It didn't work. He was a useless dentist, but he did do big bags of nitrous oxide. And I've never thought nitrous
wow.
big bag of nitrous oxide. Yeah, but not a good dentist. Not a good dentist.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
where has all the voltage gone? Oh, arsehole.
Got to turn it on, mate.
No.
Arseholes.
Another wire's broken.
Arseholes. Save our souls. Pete and Dad.
Hello there, sir. No. Right.
Go on then, try it. Just wait for it all to go up in flames. Fuck all. Oh, that's good.
It's not happy, is it? I've turned it into a drum machine again.
Is that one voice card?
That's all of them.
No, I mean, is that what... Oh, that's all of them doing that. Fuck.
Welcome to my world.
Wow.
Why?
Delilah. Diddle.
No, that's connected. That's up. So yesterday I was playing it. This is what does my tits in.
So yesterday you were playing it. So you have broken it then?
Yeah, I was playing it, but the ribbon controller still refused to work. Then I got the ribbon controller to be a bit better, and now it's worse again. Because as I got the ribbon controller to work better, the synth decided it didn't want to work anymore.
You could find a You could find a nest of rats, throw them in there, close the lid, leave them for a day or so, open it up and see if it's any better.
It might improve things, you never know. Those things have happened. So, what we're looking for here, young man.
Young man.
Oh, I know what I'll do. Hang on. Let's see how far out it is. Let's put it on front panel. That's quite a long way out. Okay, we've got it. Right, okay. Okay, come on. Let's go. Right to the beginning.
Saturn Cruises says put a bit of reverb on it and job's a good one.
Putting this down. Yep. The chill step. Right, let's have a look. Right,
I might have to go and pick up my missus in a minute. I'll be back.
Right, let's have a look at the clock.
Well, it's 8 minutes past 1.
That's weird.
What, that it's 8 minutes past 1? It's called time.
Minus 6.5, yes. 8.5, yeah. 14, yeah. 15 volt, yeah, cool, yeah, cool. Right, CV from the keyboard. It's absolutely fucking non-existent. What the hell is going on here?
Ah, if it's the ribbon controller and the keyboard, so somewhere between the two of them, that's where the issue lies. It does, isn't it? It's in the CV. What happens if you take the ribbon controller out?
No. The VA board for the ribbon controller is present. And almost the right voltage as well to boot.
Almost.
So it should be about 4 volt. And yet it refuses to control.
Hang on, when you measure it, the ribbon controller, Ken, this is a serious question.
That should be.
If you touch the ribbon controller, does that voltage then change? Because it should do, shouldn't it? Because of the CV. So does when you touch the ribbon controller, will that voltage change? That's a thinking face. You okay, Ken?
Ken?
I can hear you.
Oh, you are there.
Right.
Hello.
You are there.
You just frozen. No, you are moving. You're just frozen solid. it looked like you'd almost just gone.
Yeah, but you'd all gone as well.
Weird.
Don't know what that was.
So I was saying
No idea.
about the ribbon controller, Kent. When you're measuring the voltage on that, if you then touch the ribbon controller, will that voltage change when you're measuring it?
Yeah.
And did it? Did you try that?
Yeah. Yeah, I've done all that. Yeah, that's all working.
But the keyboard and the ribbon controller interact with each other, yes?
Yeah. And it all meets up down here at the CAS. Right, let's have a quick butcher's here.
Butchers. Butchers.
Butcher's the hook. Well, that don't look good. That don't look good at all.
What's up?
Oh, they destroyed the tracks on the board under here. And it's all a bit dodgy looking.
They've? You mean someone previously has destroyed the tracks on there?
Yeah.
There's about a 5-second delay between...
Desolder or whatever, they've had it too high. Temperature too high.
Right. There's a 5-second delay or so between us saying anything and you hearing it.
Right. So something is pulling the CV down.
As long as it's not pulling your pants down.
Right. Right. Our voltage here is 4.4. Lovely. That's a good voltage for it. Come on, come on. Give me 4 volt, you bastard. Precisely 4 volt. Good girl. Good girl. Right. Feed. Oh, hang on. This is well out. What's going on here? What's that give out? Nothing. 14. Nothing. There's the 4 volt there. Yeah. 15 on there. That's on the rail. Okay. What's pulled this down?
Stuff and nonsense.
6, 5. That sounds right. 10. Okay. Fuck's sake. I hate this part of the process where, as you start to get things to work and give you the correct voltage, it knocks more stuff over.
Yeah, but that's kind of tracing it back through. You're going through the cascade now, aren't you?
Yeah, this is it. It's just moved on to something else instead now. Okay, so if T1 is giving me the 4-volt tune voltage that we need, there it is, clear as day. It's present down on the CAS, but there's no output movement. That's what's weird. I don't get that. Why there's no actual physical CV movement? You come out of the bloody thing again. Bloody hell, don't you? Fucker. Can't you? Alright. Okay. So we've got absolutely no CV at all. Or something's now repaired and moved. It's moved something else over. Let's have a look at the gate voltages. Gates are perfectly okay.
And you've got someone tap dancing in there with you as well, which is also good. It's good.
Right, I'm supposed to be getting 0.25 and I am not getting 0.125 at all. Why?
I should be doing things, but I find this fascinating.
You had cake for breakfast?
One way of dealing with diabetes, isn't it?
Yeah, but do you feel like you're missing out sometimes?
I do. I mean, I'm not fat enough, clearly.
Hayley's pre-diabetic and she's not fucking eating anything with sugar in it, and it's really pissing her off.
I see.
There is a there's the new movie we've all been waiting for, Homemade Dundee.
Man beats the shit out of a big fucking cake.
Cake, yeah. She's all right, mate.
Call that a cake knife? That's a cake.
Call that a cake slice. Oh dear. This is a current, mate. Ice cream inhibited, yeah, ice cream. We've got a local company called Winston's, been here forever. They make their own ice cream, fresh. It's the best. It's just delicious. All sorts of wonderful flavours. They're up on the common, which is just above us up here, and that's to die for. But you really can't go visiting too often because you. Well, to be fair, everyone else is very polite, but yeah.
No, if I'm going to have anything sweet, I can't do it in front of her because it's just not fair.
That's true.
Unless she pisses me off, in which case I'll eat a Mars bar right in front.
I loved those photos of Hayley in the bikini. Freaking
Yeah,
brilliant.
she was. I mean, there were a lot more, and those were the 3 that she approved for use.
Yeah, those were good.
Bless her.
And
Well,
when are we going to see you in the bikini?
That was discussed. Believe me, it was talked about. It might happen. I don't know.
Yeah, I know the feeling. It's one of those things where you go, well, yeah.
Inhibited. You're in Cornwall. Oh.
I think I've overdone the baking, says Jason. I have 4 on the go. That's not overdoing it. That's barely enough.
That's just forward thinking, isn't it? That's just future planning.
That's I've got to post some of these out. Cake. Yeah. I'm not eating any processed foods. Much the same, mate. No processed foods at all. Fresh veg. Got veg in the garden growing away, and salad and stuff. Everything fresh. Whereabouts in Cornwall are you?
On the ground.
Inhibited. Yeah, very good. Yeah, whereabouts? I know Cornwall well.
So I'm in disgrace last time I was in Cornwall for my Devonian attempt at cream tea. Listen, I'll tell you something, Jason. My son is Devon born, but his mother's Cornish. And on pain of death, he has to have it the Cornish way because she'll fucking kill him if he doesn't.
Yeah.
Bodmin Moor. Oh, nice.
Bodmin Moor.
Are you the beast?
Where in Bodmin Moor? Because Bodmin Moor is quite a big place. Are you sort of west or south, west or east? Are you, whereabouts? Whereabouts in Bodmin? Because it's a beautiful place. Done a lot of walking over Bodmin over the years.
Funnily enough, this photograph behind me is Sunday. We were on Dartmoor.
Oh, right.
Yeah, kids got bored and they were like, well, we don't want to go into town because it was fucking pirate festival and there's 25,000 idiots walking around dressed as bloody pirates.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I thought it might be you. But, so we went the other way. We went up to Dartmoor where there was no bugger around. It was lovely.
Elizabeth I was a pirate.
Was she?
Yeah, Elizabeth. Arr!
Fucking.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, we'll later on this year we're going to go down and spend some time with some of our pals down in Mousehole and just beyond. There's
nice
coves just beyond St. Peter's, just beyond.
Mousehole's lovely.
I actually prefer going to Mousehole in the winter because there's no freaking tourists, and it's Cornwall in the winter is just. Yeah, it's just one of my favourite places. I have spent many a time sitting on a beach, in a little cove, with a bottle of vodka, tonic, and a pal, just sitting there whilst the moon's going up, and suddenly a seal comes up and sits beside you. One of them came up and sat right beside us to get warm, beside the legs. Just astonishing. It's a lovely place.
Brixham's lovely in the winter because there's no bugger here. It goes very quiet, and you can. Yeah, it's just really nice.
So I'm very quiet, you say? Right, hang on a
Yeah,
moment.
better
Let's
now.
have a look at.
You're louder now.
Okay, but I'm just going to check because this freaking thing keeps on changing. Here we go. Let's go to hardware and sound. I'm getting a different mic up here because this is just too. So yeah, to proximity. Manage audio devices.
Inhibited. He'd rather not say, but we are on the northeast side.
That's 100%.
Were you after Lily?
Northeast side of
Up
Barby.
your gain, says Jervis. Jason, my apologies, Jason.
Yeah. Well, the gain is banging the end stop so much so that if I were to cough now, the Focusrite would break. I've got 100% going into. Hang on a moment. Let's just see what's going on with the settings here in StreamYard. Stereo audio, that's correct. It's bashing out. Let me just try. I'm boosting the mic volume to there. Is that any better, Jason?
You seem to be a lot better than you were. You're not as quiet as you were, certainly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just odd. Let's try that. Is that better?
Yeah, but he says yes. I have to say thank you to Jason. Actually, he's helped me challenge a few things in my life that I've struggled with for many years.
Oh, that's cool.
He is, yeah. He doesn't even realise he's doing it, but he is actually. Yeah.
So you say he's helped me challenge a few things in my life that I've struggled with over the years. A momentous thing, right? And I say, oh yeah, that's cool. That was so American. Oh, that's cool.
That's what. Yeah.
But it is. Jason's a very lovely man. And
He is.
Yes.
He
has some very solid sound input on a lot of things. He's a good guy. I like Jason a lot. Yeah. Cool, Jason. Cool, man.
I think sometimes it's nice to acknowledge people, even when they don't realise they're helping you out.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's just nice to acknowledge that fact.
It is. But you've never acknowledged the fact that I helped you out when I completely screwed up your inspirations thing.
Piss off. It was an accident. Will you stop?
No, I did it deliberately.
Did you? You're a twat then, aren't you?
I don't know. That's so... Honestly, I wanted to crawl into a hole. It was one of those moments.
It was difficult for me at the time, but looking back on it, it's just like, fuck it. You know, it's one of those things that happens. You know,
it's still my favourite inspirations. It just is.
Well, like I say, I couldn't sit there and
I thought we were being massively artistic.
I couldn't think of what I wanted to say off the bat and record it.
Sound, it was like.
Has he gone again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was, like I say, I knew what I wanted to say, so I just recorded the voiceover and then just sat there, filmed it.
That was it was a great thing. I wish
I
thought of it.
Well.
No, I do.
Different ways of presenting it, haven't we? I mean, like I say, there was a second more risque version planned, but I don't think it would have worked. So,
no, I think you're right. I think that worked perfectly. It worked really well. I loved seeing you reacting to it. That was really good. That was really good. Yeah. And now I look back at mine and I just go,
oh, stop it.
No, I do.
Right.
It's just me doing this.
Moser 505. That's which one of the brothers is that? Lamar?
What?
In the chat.
Morning all.
It was like an official release followed by a director's cut. Lamar. There we go. Thank you.
There we go. Morning, Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar.
What are you doing up this early? What's wrong with you?
The monkeys trust my monkeys.
Go and hunt a moose.
Leave my ex-wife.
I'm not saying my wife's ugly.
Oh, what's up with Jason's sub 37? What happened? Hey, Keith, I've been too scared to plug it in. Might attempt it tonight whilst live. Why? Ooh, sound like something
Died on its arse.
died on its arse.
Well,
Oh. Looks like Jason's going to be paying you a visit then, Kent.
Okay, there was something fundamentally gone fucking tits up on this.
oh shit. I've got to go. Speak to you
Right,
then.
buddy.
I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Remember,
Bye.
it turns on, all lights on, and the LCD is white.
Yeah. Right. Let's disconnect the ribbon controller and everything from the whole system to rule it out. Yep, this cashboard isn't powering up correctly.
Oh, he can't even factory reset it because of that shit.
Yeah. Oh, where's TU? TU. Ah, TU. Lily! What is that fecking husky up to? Oi! What you doing? You being a moo? Watching you. Shorty. Right, so we have no TU voltage. Let's have a quick hooker's butch at the schematics. Right, TU. To me, TU. Are you kidding me? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Go on.
There's a loop in the it goes to BA0, right, and TI. Switch. So TI. I'll get this figured out in a minute. We'll get this figured out in a minute. I think I know what we need to do. What are you doing, woman? bastard out in a minute. First port of call there. Okay. Right. Okay, bring this back in now. Wherever it may be.
That's a good point, Cresshead. How's Lily doing? Is she any better?
Oh yeah, no, she's almost completely back to normal now.
Lovely.
God, she's on medication for another few days yet.
Mm.
But the trip so far, now that she's not on the hunger inducement tablets, as long as she keeps eating, it should be okay.
Good.
Right, okay. I think that is what was wrong. Shall we? Hello.
You know your main camera's gone down.
It's not. It's because I had to look at the skimmies.
Oh, right.
There you go.
There we go. Okay,
that'll do. Right, now we're back to where we were anyway. Let's see if we can continue to move it slightly forward from there. The mini Moog that I'm restoring.
Yes.
Done all the case except a little bit of wood that goes underneath the modulation panel. All right.
Mm.
And somebody got a hold of it.
Oh.
Got in the workshop and stole it. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So I have to make one of these now.
Oh bugger.
It's not the first time because I've had a few minis come in without this bit in it. See, it's the bit that goes, where you got the mod panel, and it sits in there.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll make up another one.
She's a little shit, isn't she?
She's a little cunt. She really is. If she hadn't put teeth marks in it, because I was going to sand it back anyway. But no. Went and buggered it, didn't she? Bonjour.
Hey up, guys. How you doing?
All good. Well,
Thought I'd come and join you while I've cooked some lunch. All that talk of cakes got me hungry.
Blame Jervis. It's his fault.
No, he's a good fella.
He is.
Yeah. Although I'm not having cake.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Liking the backdrop, Matt.
That's Torbay. That's where I live.
Yeah, looks great.
Torquay in the background. Fucking 40 towers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I took that the other day. I was at a wedding reception. I just wandered outside because I like taking photographs and just grabbed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit better than my. I've got the back of a cinema to look at.
Oh.
That'll never go in.
Yes, Jason. Yeah, farty owls, wasn't it?
Farty owls. That's the
Yeah.
one I always remember.
It's giving you some grief, that CS80, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah.
gosh. But you know, I mean, when it came here, it didn't do anything at all. So,
But then again, it's always worse when somebody else has been in it, isn't it?
oh God. Well, look, I didn't think blind people were allowed to be techs.
Well, that'd be piano tuners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought it was a piano.
Brilliant for piano tuners. Fucking useless on repairing CS80s though.
Mm.
I bet the bloke was in there sweating like a fucking fat person in a chip shop with no money.
Me.
Were those two chips all right? Were they functional?
I haven't tried them yet. They're still
Right.
They're still in the little box. But yeah, cheers for them, buds.
Yeah. It's all right. Now they came out of a working machine, like so. I don't see why they shouldn't be.
They should be fine then, buds. They should be fine.
Yeah, it was just a very tatty, beaten up thing, but it fully worked. So I took the keypad, you know, the little mini keypad with the left and right wiggly stuff on.
Oh yeah.
That's all I wanted to snaffle off it. You see, so everything else is fair game.
Yeah. So to trying to get this fucking thing to work properly. Hopefully I can move on now to pastures green. To work better than that, John. Right, okay, so we've got the 4 volt on the TU0. Okay, brilliant. That's supposed to be 11 volt. It is not. That's supposed to be 11 volt, and it is not. And that's fucking dead as a doornail. Still. Oh. Let's have a look. What have we got
Press head. Moog equals dog toys.
Anything to toy with that dog. It's no wonder she had bloody gut problems.
Oh, yeah, the amount of stuff she has put through her, isn't it?
Oh, God, mate. You know,
Super Boo's already looking quite tasty, isn't it?
There's some good stuff popping up already, isn't there?
Yeah. Did you see that Schmidt?
Yeah.
Schmidt.
Yeah.
That was out of the blue.
Yeah. I'm going to sit here and pretend I can afford it.
Now, the rumour I'm hearing is this new Moog Messenger is supposed to be something like about 600 quid.
If it is that, they are going to
It's a
ship.
bit of an eyebrow pricing, isn't it? Sort of like, really?
They're going to ship a fuck ton of those. If that's the case,
Yeah.
they're going to sell so fucking many of them. It's unreal.
I suppose there's a lot of Americans hoping it's not made in China. Because
Yeah.
145% tariff on top of that is going to be what? 1,500 quid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, you might as well buy one of their other models, mightn't you? Yeah. Have you ever come across one of those analog PPG things, Ken?
No.
Because I'm just trying to figure out if there's anything particularly special or unique about it. For for 10 grand, you'd kind of hope so, wouldn't you?
Well, I remember the old PPG modulars. They were quite something, actually.
Right.
But I don't think PPG's been analog since then, until now.
No.
But
No.
analog is the new vinyl. It's fucking back in such, all the digital companies are doing analog again.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that the pricing really, it's a limited run. So, I mean, that's what's accounting for the price more than anything. But
Yeah.
I'd still want it to do something that other stuff couldn't do, I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
Out of all the companies, if it's PPG, there should be surprises in there.
All right, fair enough. Oh.
PPG is the one company that will produce a sound that you can't get anywhere. That's the idea, anyway. A bit like Buchla.
He did think out the box, didn't he? Really? Yeah.
So, and
but it does sound really nice, like the idea of it. Yeah. Watched a couple of videos of people playing an original, and it sounds great.
Yeah.
But like I say, it doesn't necessarily sound particularly unique, or at least from what I've heard on those videos, anyway.
Yeah. Well, there's only so much you can do, isn't there? At the end of the day.
There is, yeah. I mean, I don't know what the heritage of it is, like in terms of what the original was used on, what records that it might have that kind of nostalgia for people. It's.
I know Tangerine Dream had one for a while, an old analog PPG.
Yeah.
Who else? Synergy had one.
Larry Fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Who else? I know there's other people, but they were one of those. They were a bit like booklets, It was only the successful that could afford to buy the bastards in the first place, because they were always expensive.
Yeah, there's probably not that many of them either.
No, not a great deal.
Yeah. Thing is with this, I mean, never be able to afford stuff like that, but I'm made up these things exist because it takes me back to like the 80s when I was reading Music Technology magazine, going, oh, look at this thing, It's got that buzz about it again, particularly everything that Tom Carpenter's doing as well. He gives me the same sort of vibe,
Yeah. I must admit though, I remember talking to Tom and saying about because he made an indication towards doing something bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, well, as long as you got, at least he had some sort of infrastructure in place. I said, but from what I'd seen when I started putting that anaglyph together, I said the money soon ran out, and I couldn't go any further with it. And then the market seemed to catch up and pass me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, and I bet there was loads of people who said, I'm going to build a £75,000 synth. They go, you won't get anybody to buy it, mate. Wrong. Massively wrong.
Yeah.
I think he sold about 50 of them. At 75
Yeah.
So,
I dare say there's a lot of people here in the chat that if money was no object, we'd all have it, wouldn't we?
That's always
there won't be enough hours in Tom's day to knock them all out.
Well, Ty bought a Maximus.
Yeah.
And that's what, 80k or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know whether he's going to have that in Studio 1 or Studio 2 or 3. But it's a big bastard, it really is.
And that's not even the Colossus, is it? It's not as big as the Colossus.
Well, Maximus.
Hmm.
Pass.
Hmm.
Maximus is up, and Colossus is.
Colossus is a big fucking unit, because the year I was at Synthfest, Colossus had just come out. He had it there. It was just like fucking.
Yeah, because Colossus is a little off back to the
Yeah.
one. So yeah, it's a big old.
He is like a
It was
man,
it,
Tommy, isn't he?
but that's what you want from the synth world. I mean, like I say, it's madness that inspired us all into synths, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
You know, it's what keeps the spirit alive. Like I say, I know I'll never afford it, but I'm dead glad they exist.
Well, I mean, Roland could do with bringing out the 700 again.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was a lovely modular, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The beautiful thing about her was that main cab was normalised. So you can make sounds on it without a single cable. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant idea.
Did that
But
come
it's
out?
brilliant.
Did that come out before the 2600 then?
What, the 700?
Yeah.
No, well after.
So the 26 was because that was normalised as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. In all, yeah. So although the 700 wasn't the first to do it, there was something about the sound of the 700.
They did it full on.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching Ty last year at Synthfest bouncing up and down in front of that thing that Tom brought. It was beautiful to watch, you know. It's like, particularly after there'd been so much talk on the internet about things being so expensive and so what? You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like he can
Things
afford
are.
it. He makes his money that way.
Yeah.
Good luck to him.
Every fucking penny he's earned, fucking fair play to him. You know, people who get the because Ty can get that, Ty can get it. Fuck off. He's worked hard for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And just to see him bouncing up and down like a giddy little kid was lovely, you know.
Yeah.
He worked some really, really stupid hours.
Well, he's dead dedicated to what he does, doesn't he?
Yeah. And knows his value as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, he has to put up with those idiots.
Yeah, I would have walked away long before. I just couldn't tolerate that.
No, they just keep moving goalposts around all the time. Oh, we've re-edited. Can you move everything back 2 beats?
Yeah, we've taken a tenth of a second out of the video. You've got to marry everything back up.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it. Just that would do my head in.
Still won't glide. You little fucker. But why?
Oh, that's my lunch ready.
Hey.
And have something to eat. Get back to me project if I can be bothered. I might be back later.
All right, buddy.
All the best.
See you later.
Right, replace the op amps. Replace the effects. Replace the 2 main CAN type transistors. The trimmers. There's almost nothing left. That makes sense because it's not that big a circuit. wonder if Fiona's awake yet. I'm getting that urge, Matt.
Go and wake her up then.
No. Go and push it to one side and start work on something else.
Okay, if you need to do that to clear your brain, do it.
Yeah, just replace this massive pain in the ass with a different one.
Right, but sometimes.
Yeah. God, that Lily's a beautiful girl,
I've yet to meet her.
Yeah.
I will get up to see you this year, mate.
Well, come up then, Synthesizer.
Well, you've got to let me know, and provided I've got nothing else going on.
Well, he's coming up for about a week.
Is he? That'd be nice, because that'd be nice. That's one person I haven't met.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice to meet him.
He said he'll stay in a hotel, and I don't blame him, because he'll get bombarded with dogs. Oh man. Oh yeah, no better than Justin. My breakfast was a fried peppermint delight. And I got one for lunch as well.
Good man.
Oh, hello. We have guests. Come
There
on,
she
love.
is. It's my favourite.
All right, let me move these out of the way.
You got no sod off. I'll do that. Thank you. I can get there. I don't need you to move anything, Dad. I'll just barrel my way through.
Hello, sweet pea.
Nelly poo.
Right, smells. You're right, done. I know why you're here, by the way. I know what you're after.
Because you've got food.
Right, I've broken some up for you ahead of time. Okay? Right, hang on. There's your bit. Nelly, you get a bit with actual custard cream on it. There you go. And there you go, madam. Good girl.
Oh, bless her. Good.
She takes everything so delicately.
Yeah, but seeing her eat.
Oh yeah. I've been encouraging her with all sorts of stuff, and
Yeah.
yeah, I want a bit of cream on this time now. Oh look, it's a big bit. I haven't forgotten your smells. Where's your brother? Eh? Where's your brother? Where's Charlie and Noah? Yeah, I wonder if she'll do it again. Nelly, execute order 66.
Bless her.
Let's see if she does it. Here she comes. Have you got it, Nelly? Good girl.
She did as well.
There's about 8 balls out there, and she's going, no, not that one. No,
Yeah.
not that one.
They got to have the right one, haven't they?
I don't know how she's choosing. They're all absolutely identical. What have you found? Oh, it's a wrapper, you silly mo. It just smells nice. The stupid thing is, I only had to show her that, I think, twice. That was it.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. This moo, where is she? Let's get her into camera here. This moo here, right? Set it up. Right. This one has figured out how to open the fridge. So, you know those sort of like, it's like a rubbery silicone tray. You put them in the air fryers.
I've never used one. Don't know.
So imagine a wobbly thingy, but it can take extreme heat. And Fiona put some chicken breasts in it, grilled them. Cooked them in the air fryer, then grilled them to give them their little brownie bit. Right, put them into the this thingy and put it in the fridge. Now there was only the one left. Madam here opens the fridge, takes the silicone thing tray, big upright thing, right, with the chicken breast in it. Closes the fridge again, right?
Wow.
Takes it out to the garden. Eats chicken breast, right? But there's still lots and lots of chickenly flavour on this silicone tray. So she ate that as well. She does a massive shit yesterday morning with little torn up bits of fucking grey silicone tray in it. They go, just paid 1,200 quid for you to go to the vet, you moo, and you're eating a bloody tray that you stole from the fridge, you little moo. Aren't you? Do you mind not playing the synth? Thank you. Do you mind not playing the synthesizer? There's a good girl. Sit down then. Come on, get your ass over here. Sit down. Lily. It's very hard to get a husky's attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe how much she's grown in the short time you've had her.
I know. I don't think she'll get a lot bigger.
Oh, look at her.
You're a beauty, aren't you? Hey? You're Daddy's little beautiful girl, aren't you? Hey? Were you after, young one? Yeah, let me turn this thing off while you lot are farting around. No, I've been banging my head against the wall for I don't know how many days now with this BA board and this ribbon controller. And it just doesn't respond. I think I've replaced nearly every component within the circuit and it's still not working. And it's left me know where to go with it. That's the thing. I'm like, what options do I have left now?
As you said before, they're starting to present symptoms and problems that they shouldn't be having.
Yeah.
But they were never designed to last this long, were they?
I don't think so. I think Dusty said that because Dusty was on part of the R&D team for this girl, and he said projection was 10 years.
Wow. And that was what, 76 was that?
Yeah.
So that's what, fucking 50 years next year. Wow.
Yeah. Absolutely. But the thing was, they were making it with such high quality components. Like you think, all those sliders, they're all exposed directly to dust, shit, and you've seen how dusty these fuckers get, right? You get a crappy slider, do you fuck? Never. Oh no, tell a lie. I had one slider out of about 680s had a crackly slider. Fucking built with Rolls Royce bits, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, most of those Behringers, 5 years.
Yeah. Well, I'll be able to tell you soon enough. I've got 3 of them. I've got Dom's old Model D, I've got a Neutron, and I've got a Wasp now as well. So
I mean,
we'll see.
there'll be some that go on longer than that. It depends on the life they have, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm quite particular about the way I treat my keyboard, my synths. So we shall see.
Well, you have dust covers for your girls as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Everything's covered.
That's always.
I mean, it's a particularly dusty flat, this one. I've got to be honest, but
Yeah.
you know, it's.
Get your bum around there. I know it's a dog's bed, but that doesn't mean you can just help yourself. You are a tart. You showing me your tummy? You little tarty girl, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, good girl. Oh, yeah. When you go and wake up mummy, go and lick her face. Go on. Go and wake up mummy. No, you just
No, I don't want to, Dad. I want to stay here with you.
You just want cuddles all the time, don't you? You just want to have cuddles. Good girl. So we've got this little solar-powered fountain thing.
Yeah.
It looks like 2 logs with a couple of squirrels, yeah?
Yeah.
And I have to fill it every morning because the sun comes out and you can hear the motor going because there's no water in it, right? I go, this thing's got a leak or something like that, right? It's these fuckers, they drink out of it. They go, oh yeah, this is a lot more fun than drinking out of the huge water bowl they've got in the kitchen. It's about the size of a washing up bowl, that's high. And fill it up with water constantly, right? And they're drinking out of that, but in the evenings. During the day, they drink out of the fountain, and it's bloody empty next morning.
They do prefer to drink from moving water though, from what I remember.
Yeah. Well, I think in nature it's considered fresher.
Yeah.
And all that jazz. The fact that it's been recycled, they haven't taken that into the equation at all, have you? Same fucking water just going round and round, not free flowing like a river. Yeah.
Mind you, not that you want them drinking from a fucking river these days, would you?
You don't know what you're fucking drinking. That's the problem.
I mean, I'm like friends of mine say, "I'll come down the beach, go and paddle in the sea." Fuck that. We wouldn't even get me with my feet in there. Not now.
It's like the river here, down the bottom of used to be a field. The water, I mean, we used to drink out of that water. You know, you're playing around in the field on a hot day, and you get and it was only later, got older, that you realised that sometimes there wasn't a good time to drink out of the river.
Yeah.
Because where the river goes under the road up here, and into the next field, which is a farm.
Mm.
And the cows used to shit in the river. You know, and you go, meaty. So
well, that's how the whole town got fucking infected with crypto last year. It was cow shit getting in the water.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, some rivers, they got dangerous amounts of pesticide or lead or whatever.
All sorts of fucking rubbish in the waterways now, aren't there?
Well, I think most of the water companies in this country would actually be behind bars by now.
There should be.
If we had a judicial system that worked.
Well, Ofwat don't give a fuck, do they?
Well. But that's it, the way businesses are run generally, never mind here, I mean generally. Like that thing that was it a couple of weeks ago, Starbucks. They laid off 6,000 workers, and then the following week paid their CEO a $6 million bonus.
That goes, isn't it?
I was quite surprised about the work ethic in the States.
Which is what?
Well, things like woman went on maternity leave, and when she came back, they sacked her as soon as she walked in the door because she'd been on maternity leave.
It just doesn't make sense, does it? None of it.
And it's not paid maternity leave. That's just her,
Yeah.
you know, because apparently there was this British woman telling this American lady on this video saying about how much she got paid for maternity leave. She goes, "You get paid maternity leave?" She goes, "Why don't you?" I don't know. Fiona drew my attention to a video on YouTube yesterday where she said, "Oh, she got come and see this, come and see this." And I had this American lady who runs a ranch, cattle ranch. Well, her family, they run a cattle ranch. And she's saying about something like Nebraska, something like that, or Nevada, one of them. And she was saying about in 2 weeks' time, they'll be bankrupt. And she said she'd voted for Trump, and so had everybody else in the surrounding areas. So it's a very strong Republican area. And they're going to be bankrupt in a couple of weeks because their entire workforce has left and gone back to Mexico.
Oh, fucking hell.
They got nobody to work the place, and they can't seem to employ anybody from the local area.
Shit wages, probably.
Because of the shit wages, yeah. And she goes, well, I thought this might happen, and I feel a bit foolish now. I mean, that's a strange way of pronouncing moron.
Fuck around and find out, isn't it? People are rapidly learning that, you know, your actions have consequence.
Yeah.
You know, direct consequence, not just sort of, you know, it'll happen to somebody else. But
the fact that this woman knew this might happen and still needed to vote Trump, because it wasn't about what was good for the country, it was about having a crack at the, digging the loopholes in the ribs. That's all it was about.
That's all it is.
So I thought, well, ha ha ha, I laugh in your face, you stupid cow. Got no sympathy for her.
No.
Cut her own throat and then they're whinging about it.
How it goes, man.
Oh, it'll get worse.
Yeah, well, I've been saying that for a while. It's going to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. If it gets better.
There's somebody going on there. He said, there seems to be some similarity between the way Trump presents himself and the way Mussolini did. And I go, what? You're only seeing that now?
No.
You didn't see that through his first term? Fucking hell. So, we can only hope he ends up hanging upside down from a lamppost.
Would be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, that will complete the cycle, won't it?
History would certainly be repeating itself, yes.
Wasn't it Robbie said his granddad or great uncle or something was there when they dragged Mussolini out?
Really?
Hung him from the lamppost, yeah. Oh yeah. We can confirm that Robbie will be back on later at some point.
Oh, pretty much.
We'll ask him. It was either his grandfather or his great grandfather or something like that.
But yeah, no, it would have been his grandparents, wouldn't it? Wartime. Sure, he said it was something to do with his nan.
Yeah, could be his dad. His dad could be a young boy.
Yeah.
I suppose.
If his dad was anything around the age of my father, because me and Rob are very similar in age, my parents were born in 46 and 47, so they would have been post-war. It's probably his granddad. That would be my guess.
$3 an hour.
Apparently.
Fucking hell. So you work an hour and you still can't afford a dozen eggs. But I mean, it's the lies. It's the lies he says, and the way the news media and his serfs, for want of a better word, go along with the lie and defend the lie.
Yeah, but and they've got the perfect defence, haven't they? Because they say, oh, he comes out, he spouts all this bullshit, and then when he gets fact checked on it, oh no, that was the plan originally.
Oh,
there's no accountability with anything he does.
Oh no, that's what narcissistic dictators are like.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing he said beginning of the week about that gas was now below $2, or petrol as we like to call it here. It was below $2, and there isn't a single gas station in the whole of the United States under $3.
He is fucking well gone.
You see they're interviewing the little red hat wearers on the street, and they're going, yeah, dollar fuels, gas is now, was it $1.96? And the guy goes, where? And he goes, somewhere, yeah. And I must admit, it's been quite a history lesson for me, because now I can see firsthand, because I was always confused. Well, not confused, but surprised at how the Nazi Party were able to rise to power and then envelop the country, have the country be almost literally behind them. And it's sort of like, how do you go from being this? I mean, all right, Germany was lots of little states, really, I suppose. He did unify Germany, but and I'm seeing firsthand now how that really came about, and how easy it was. But reading some of the when they put up on the video, the guy was putting up some of the tweets that are out there. From these Americans, and there was somebody in France going on about, I think Trump's a complete moron, and the last person you should have with the the red button in his possession, kind of thing. And this American woman was ranting at him. She goes, "You should be more respectful. He's your president too." He goes, "No, I live in France." "Yeah, well, he's your president too." She's under the impression he's president of the world. That's the kind of morons that they got in America.
That said, a friend of mine who left this country 4 or 5 years ago lives in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And he's one of the most intelligent guys I know. He's a fucking Trump supporter and believes all the bullshit. And when you point out to him things that he said that are just fucking balls out rubbish, well, he's and he fucking spouts the party line and all this bollocks. And it's just like, what are you doing, man? Come on.
Yeah. Well, that's because I think there's the idiots, right? There's the uneducated that will follow along with it and believe, all the hype, and sort of like that, that kind of scenario. But then you have people of a higher IQ who also go along with it, but it's because there's something within plan, shall we say, for want of a better word, that they actually agree with, and they're willing to ignore all of the bullshit for the one specific thing that they're for, and to have happen. So, but I mean, there's ironies all over the place. Like, for instance, Salvation Army, right? Do you know what one of their main goals is?
No.
Well, believe it or not, one of their main goals is to abolish modern slavery. Okay? And this guy goes, admittedly, it's a stand-up comedian, and this was tongue-in-cheek. And he says, I thought that was really quite, an honourable thing. So I wanted to do my bit. So I applied for a job to work in one of their charity shops. He says, ironically, you don't get paid. So, but no, it's just weird, isn't it? It's just, I wouldn't say America had a low IQ as a country, but it's certainly got more than its fair share of fucking idiots, from what I can gather.
Yeah. There's a lot of villages elsewhere missing there, isn't there?
And what's that woman going on about? They captured a shipment of fentanyl or something, and they were talking about that's 200,000 lives saved because of this shipment. And then when she was in Congress or something, she said it was 290 million lives saved from this captured shipment of fentanyl. It's like, that means that only 1 in 3 Americans is not taking fentanyl. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and there's guys who drink, what?
Takes all sorts, man.
But when you break it all down and look at it, you go, you know what this is all about? You know what this is all about? This is about money, making money.
Always has been, mate. Always will be. Money and power.
This is how a protection racket operates. Quite worrying, really. And then India goes and kicks off.
Yeah, no.
I mean, that's been let's face it, it's been a long time coming. There's been Pakistan and India for quite a while now. So you think they'd be throwing bricks, not rockets. So, yeah, woo, fuck you. No. Let's let some rockets off. Fucking hell. Of course, Pakistan are going to respond.
Was it Nostradamus?
Both countries do have nuclear capability, by the way.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but this is the thing, Was it? I've had conversations with Hayley where she says, I'm really worried about the nuclear thing. And I say, well, look, if it happens, she said, well, I'll fucking put a shelter under the stairs. I said, I'm going to go outside and wait for the suntan because there's no fucking point. What are you going to wake up to?
Yeah.
You might as well go and fucking sit outside and wait for it to
supply is contaminated now. And when that's run out, it's run out. The water's going to be bollocksed.
Yep.
It's going to be a bit warm for a while.
A bit warm. That's what I mean. Go outside and wait for the fucking suntan to arrive.
Yeah. You've got the weatherman going, and in Penge it will be 2,980 degrees. So I'd stay indoors or at least put a hat on.
And in Spain they're going, Scorchio.
Yeah. Don't go out in your car and if it's made of aluminium. I don't know.
Yeah. I've said to my mum many, many times, I'm so glad I'm the age I am, up this end of the fucking scale. I wouldn't want to be a young'un.
Yeah.
I genuinely worry about the kids.
Well, at one time a day, honest to God, at one time a day I said it was doing its job as being a deterrent. Which, I mean, that's why it was there. It was designed as a deterrent and it's been used as a deterrent. And fine. Okay. So the trouble is, you see some of the things that go on, some of the things that get said, and some of the things that people will believe and are quite willing, as I said before, to cut their own throats. And you go, yeah, they would be stupid enough to push the button.
Yep.
I don't know.
Especially that mad fucker that's sitting in the White House.
No, funny enough, not him.
You reckon Putin? Or you reckon some tin pot little place that will just do it because they don't give a fuck?
Well, you think about it. If there was some serious conflict between India and Pakistan, right, it escalated to a stupid level. Right? When you have destabilization like that, there would be others who would see that as an opportunity.
Yeah.
And I could see North Korea being stupid enough to have a crack. But I don't know.
You don't think the Chinese would slap them down and say, fucking behave yourself?
I think the Chinese are a lot more reserved than how they come across.
Well, that's what I mean. And because they do a lot of, they deal a lot with North Korea, don't they? So I think, you know, if he started to fucking ramp it up a bit, they'd soon say, rein it in.
Yeah, I know, but it's because see, nobody wins a nuclear war.
No, that's evident, and never has. You know, it's never been an option.
But if it becomes more than just, it's not about winning. It's about just, you know, blind rage.
Yeah. Oh shit! Right, mate, I've got to dive off because I've got to pick her up, wake her up, and then go and get the little one from school. So it is that time. So 2:30.
Well, my battery's just about ready to die.
Okay.
God, I tell you what, streaming, I don't know if you use up the battery power in this.
Yeah, will do. All right, mate.
Well, okay, so we've just managed to have a conversation to end the world.
And then we're going to fuck off.
Have a great rest of your day, guys.
And you, mate. Maybe catch up tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll go now anyway. I'm done.
All right, buddy.
I just...
Yeah. Too much for your head. Yeah.
I don't think I've got any petrol left. Might just have an accidental fire. Cool fire, mate.
Yeah. Barbecue. There you go.
Yeah. All right, then.
Oh, mate. I'll speak to you later.
All right. See you all later. Look after yourselves.
So, mate.
Bye-bye.